Alright, so Bath & Body Works just dropped 5 new body mist dupes in their Everyday Luxuries line. I finally got them at my store. I have not gone crazy in Bath & Body Works like this in years, but I have 6 more mists on top of the 5. I bought 11 mists on my most recent trip to Bath & Body Works. There was a ton of new stuff, so I kind of just took advantage of everything. I had a bunch of coupons, so it's all in here, but the rest... That's too loud. The rest of those I'm gonna do a separate part 2 video on because I kind of want this video to just be dedicated to the new dupes. Most of you guys are probably most excited about these, and I love that they're continuing on this collection and they keep giving us dupes. And I also love that, you know, they did give us the more mainstream dupes that are dupes by like every dupe house, like Baccarat Rouge, Delina. Yeah, sure, they did them, but I feel like now they're coming out with more niche in the sense of just not really that talked about perfumes, like really random perfumes that they're duping. And I love that because I'm so sick and tired, just like I'm sure a lot of you, of continuing to talk about and hear about the same old scents every single video. I picked up all 5 of the new mists, and I also really love the packaging and the coloring for all of these. They just look really like crystally, I don't know, they look really pretty. With all that said, let's get into it and I'll tell you guys all the perfumes that these are supposed to be a dupe of. Okay, I'm gonna just get this one out of the way because like I said earlier, I love that they are now focusing on more not that talked about perfumes to dupe, but this one is very talked about, and I mean, I feel like they just had to get this out of the way. They had to dupe this, and then the rest are pretty, what I would consider not that popular perfumes that don't get duped every 2 seconds, but this one kind of is, so let me just get this out of the way. This one is Love Unleashed. I love the purple bottle. This one has top notes of sugared pink pepper, warm neroli, and whipped marshmallow. And if you don't already know, this is supposed to be duping Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian, which this is one that has been duped a lot, so not a new dupe by any means. But what I did notice about this one, yes, as soon as you spray it, you immediately know that it is supposed to be Love Don't Be Shy. But I feel like this one has more emphasis on marshmallow, less emphasis on orange blossom and the florals that are associated in Love Don't Be Shy. This one kind of reminds me a way more intensified version of Boardwalk Taffy that they've done. Definitely not a repackage of that, but along the same lines, just heavier on the marshmallow rather than the florals, which I think a lot of people are going to kind of prefer even over the Kilian perfume, which obviously has those floral touches to kind of elevate it. But if you want just like true marshmallow fluff, not even marshmallow fluff, but just marshmallow powder, because there is a powdery quality to this one, then this Love Unleashed one is really pretty if you want to just smell head to toe like pure marshmallow powder. Okay, next, this is another one that's, I would say, semi-popular. It's not as duped as like the Baccarat Rouges and Delinas and all that, but it's a huge favorite of mine, so I love that I have it in a body mist dupe. And as soon as I smelled it, I immediately knew what it was duping and I loved it. This one is Salted Shorelines, and this one has dewy bergamot, warm sage, and salted driftwood. And maybe by the notes you can kind of pick up that this is supposed to be a Jo Malone wood sage and sea salt dupe, and it is just that. It is so incredible. There's a bit of like a fruity element in this one, just slightly. I'm definitely getting that dewy bergamot, and I get it more than I do in wood sage and sea salt, which is way more focused on the wood and the sea salt. This is a super aromatic citrus, heavy focus on the woodiness. So good. Definitely one of my favorite freshies, coming from somebody that is not a predominantly fresh perfume lover, but this is one of my favorites. This scent, it's a unisex scent, but it's amazing. You can pair this up with just about any perfume. I would say any perfume that is not sweet, because it could tend to kind of clash. It's like two polar opposites if you pair this with a really sweet scent, because it's so intensely fresh and woodsy and aromatic. But if you pair this up with, let's say, Le Labo Another 13 is such a good layering scent with this. Molecule 01, just more of these like woodier scents mixed with this. Heavenly. Also, another one that I have to pair up with that I'm thinking of right now is my Father Figure from Flur. I feel like, oh, that is gonna be the combo. So I definitely have a lot of ideas with all these mists as far as layering combos, so stay tuned for that video because I will definitely be filming that soon. Okay, next one, this is kind of, it was a little bit shocking to me just because this is such an old perfume, but I know that this perfume also just has such a huge cult following and people that have been wearing this perfume since the 90s to now. So this is Hello Happiness, and maybe by that name you can pick up that this is a Clinique Happy dupe. I personally have never owned Clinique Happy, but I definitely have smelled it, and I would say for it being more of an older scent, it actually has a really nice, fresh, modern kind of vibe to it. It doesn't smell too dated. As far as the scent of this is actually really pretty. I've never thought about getting Clinique Happy, but having and owning this scent, I'm not mad about it because it's actually a really pretty scent. This has sparkling citrus, bright apple blossom, and golden mimosa. Definitely can pick up on that golden mimosa. There's like a champagne-y, effervescent sort of scent to this. Has that floral vibe as well, maybe a hint of fruitiness. It has a little bit of that more classic sort of scent DNA in it, which I think is a really beautiful thing. It's a really classy scent. I could definitely see why this has such a huge following because it's such a pretty everyday signature kind of scent. And yeah, this is really pretty. Then I have Always Flur. I love the pink bottle of this one. Like I said, these all just look like pretty crystals. Always Flur has shimmering pear, silky rose petals, and cedar musks, and this is a dupe for J'adore from Dior. I've always loved J'adore. I have owned it on and off in the past. I've owned flankers of it. It's a stunning scent. I just, for whatever reason, after some time of using it, I forget about it and it just sits there. So it has been decluttered out of my collection, but it's a scent that I genuinely really love, and kind of along the same lines as something like this, where again has a huge following, and it's such a beautiful signature worthy kind of scent. It's the most pretty feminine scent, such a beautiful wedding type scent. There's something so distinct about J'adore specifically that I find irresistible, and they have duped this scent to a T. Like, they have not missed a single note. It's 100% J'adore. So freaking beautiful. If you are looking for a stunning, ethereal, whimsical, cottagecore kind of scent, this is it. It just smells insane. I truly can't stop sniffing this. Again, coming from somebody that is not a huge fresh lover, but I'm trying to get there, this is it. This and Wood Sage and Sea Salt are some of my favorite freshies, but this one is definitely in a different way because unlike Wood Sage and Sea Salt, this is so feminine. And then the last scent that I was not expecting, and that I haven't really heard other dupe houses really dupe that much, just because it's not a super popular scent, so I was kind of like shocked that they dupe this. This is Oda Coconut, and this is inspired by Nest's Balinese Coconut, and I honestly am so happy that they duped this scent because I've actually been looking into Balinese Coconut. I think they have a body spray of it, and I was looking to get it, never got around to it, and now I have it here. This is such a nice coconut scent. It's an elevated coconut scent. Does it have a little bit of a sunscreen vibe in there? Yes, but there's some sexy richness to it. It is the ultimate tropical scent, but not something you're gonna wear to the beach. This is something you're gonna wear getting ready, going out to dinner after the beach. Ooh, there's a heavy perfuminess to it. The coconut is creamy. This has coconut milk, tropical lily, and vanilla sandalwood. The sandalwood, I think, is the reason why this just smells so high-end and just elevated. It's not your typical coconut body mist that you maybe think of when you think of a body mist from Bath & Body Works. She's elevated. I would honestly go as far as to say this is probably the best coconut from Bath & Body Works I've ever smelled, which is kind of funny because it's not even really technically Bath & Body Works scent. It's a dupe, but it's the best coconut you can get at Bath & Body Works in my opinion. And if you've also been looking into Balinese Coconut, check out Oda Coconut. Nest does have a perfume of this. Nest also has a body spray of this, but the Nest body spray retails for $39, so plus tax that's gonna come out to like over $40. Whereas this, if you find this on like a $5 body mist sale kind of day, you can get it for $5. So way better deal, smells just like it, smells incredible. That is it for this video. Those are all of the new 5 mists in the Everyday Luxuries collection. So excited for more. Considering that they've continued this on for so long now, I have no doubt that they're gonna probably extend it even more, and I'm excited for what's to come. And hopefully they continue to dupe more rare, not as talked about perfumes that are not duped every 2 seconds, because you know, we're all tired of the same old dupes. Stay tuned for my next video, which will be another body mist haul, focusing on all the other new mists at Bath & Body Works, which there's a lot of. There's this covered in roses scent. We have this whole musk collection and a few more. So if you want to see all of that, stay tuned. But that is it for me today. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.